What is up, everybody? Mr. Payton live with y'all on Twitch, representing fanboysanonymous.com, live from my hotel room, and I just got back from day number 2 of New York Comic Con 2016. Day number 2, of course, is Friday, although I guess it is technically Saturday now. I had a shorter day today, and yet I had just as much fun, if not more so, than yesterday. This will probably be a shorter, quick one I'm going to go through. Pikachu hat hype, what's up, Birdman? Thanks for filing in. I know it's an ungodly hour. This is not a normal time for me to start a stream. I'll usually be streaming around this time, but certainly not just getting started. Again, let me just preface, guys, for anyone who is watching, 2 things. One, I am on hotel internet, which means I have to stream at a very low quality, and it may not just buffer every once in a while, but you also may have a significantly higher delay, meaning how much time it takes for your text to reach me and then my response to you may be longer than it is normally. So I apologize for that. What I also apologize for is there's no bot tonight. No bot. So no points, no commands, none of that stuff. We just don't have that right now. But still got a show here to do. So quick recap of what I did today before I start going through all my goods and getting into specifics. I woke up around 11. I was up real late last night. It looks like it's going to be another late night tonight. I can't sleep in tomorrow morning, though. I knew today was my opportunity that I was really going to get to sleep in, because I didn't have anything in the morning I felt like I particularly had to get there for, except for maybe the regular show panel. But I went to the regular show panel last year, so it wasn't that big of a deal if I didn't get to that one. I took the train in, which something was up with the New Jersey Transit line. They were only having one track for trains going in and out of New York City. The fuck's up with that? You know, we literally sat still just outside of New York City. Like, I'm looking out the window and it's like, it's right there. Let's go. Just go across the river and let's go. Yeah, we sat there a good like 25-30 minutes. It was kind of frustrating, especially when I was like already late, and it was like I just wanted to get there and like get the day started. But eventually we did, and we got there just in time for the first thing that I actually wanted to do. And the nice thing is where the train comes in is at what's called Penn Station. For you from the New York area or have been in New York, you know Penn Station very well. And the first panel was actually off-site from New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con is, of course, at the Jacob Javits Center. The last couple years, though, they've been sort of experimenting with having off-site panels, meaning panels at locations outside of the actual convention center. Last year, they did a few for a lot of you who are wrestling fans, you know the Manhattan Center, or Hammerstein Ballroom, specifically. You've probably seen a number of shows there, including the one-night stand shows. Those were out of Hammerstein Ballroom. It was inside there, which was really cool. No, I'm sorry, was one night stand in Roseland? Or was it in the other one? I know a lot of the early Raws were done in Hammerstein. So, there's a lot of history in that building. I had gone to that building last year for a regular show, so it was a cool place to see a panel in too. Because if you see this place, just Google. In fact, you know what? I'll bring it up. Let's see, Hammerstein Ballroom. I forget that I'm like full screen here. I'm not like playing a game. I could like do something to make it look cool for you guys. All right, look at this. All right, hey, what's up, Space Dog? I need do I not have? I thought I set this up to have a capture. I guess I didn't. Let me do that. Display capture. Add existing. Okay. Why won't you add? There we go. Huh. No properties available. The shit's up with that? That's really weird. Hold on, let me try a new one. New display capture. IMAX screen. Whoa, okay. Oh goodness, this looks terrible. Let me try to do this fast. There we go. And I'm gonna need to bring this down. Go on down. Just do it this way, I guess. Oh, I don't have my pretty little logo on this screen. Oh well. We'll switch back in a second. I just wanted you guys to see. Cover this up so you're not looking at this. I know it's horrendous. This is Hammerstein. You've probably seen it. That's a really weird photo for it, but you'll recognize these balconies. Here's a good photo. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, look at that. You definitely recognize these balconies. It's a very recognizable building, of course, with the beautiful opera house style artwork all along it. Gorgeous building. I don't think that's actually it. I don't know what the hell that is. That's it, though. That's pretty much what it looked like with all those people packed in there. So anyway, the point I was getting to is I was getting off the train, walking right around the corner to where Hammerstein was, like right around the corner. And I got there just in time for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles panel, which was very fun. They had a lot of cool guests as far as the people from the show. Biggest name that y'all would know, Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson, you know. He of course was the voice of Donatello in the current Ninja Turtles series, but also Raphael in the old series, which is funny. He's a guy who kind of like transitioned. Also, part of it was the voice of Shredder. I don't know his name. I should. He's apparently a very well-respected and an awesome voice actor. He was very great part of the whole show. He was also the voice of Goro in Mortal Kombat, so he did a little bit of callback to that and did some Goro voices, which was kind of neat. The voice of Michelangelo, who is exactly like what you would expect him to be. It's like this tall, skinny, weird guy with long hair. He came out wearing kitten mittens, I guess I would call them. They were like gloves he wore in his hands that looked like kitty paws. And some ridiculous long scarf thing. Like, guy was a character. Very funny though. Very, very funny dude. And a couple other people that were like producers and stuff. I'm sorry, I don't know their names. Very, very fun time. Great interaction with the crowd. They gave out a lot of like Ninja Turtles figurines. They were shouting out all the people that were in the crowd that were in Ninja Turtle cosplays, which very cool for them for recognizing their fans like that. Kitten mittens, exactly. The biggest thing of the Ninja Turtles panel to me, though, was something that I never in a million years was going to predict would happen at a Ninja Turtles panel. I was sitting there, and they started talking about something I did know, and that is that the Ninja Turtles and WWE are going to be doing a crossover. They're going to be making action figures that are the Ninja Turtles as wrestlers. And let me see if I remember these right. It was Leonardo is going to be John Cena. Donatello is going to be the Undertaker, because purple makes sense. Michelangelo is going to be the Macho Man Randy Savage. Very cool. That got a big reaction from the crowd. And then they were about to announce who was going to be Raphael, but they stopped and they were like, you know what? I think I got someone better for you to make this announcement. And then he makes like an introduction, and they say like he's a many-time champion. The way he was setting it up, I thought it was going to be Ric Flair. So like as soon as they said WWE guest was coming, I was like, oh, it's probably Flair, because Flair is at the convention along with a number of other legends. So it's like, oh, okay, it's gonna be Flair. That's gonna be cool. And then the lights went out and his music played, and it was freaking Sting. Sting shows up and crashes the party, comes out, he's got his big sparkly red jacket, he's got full face paint makeup on. Very cool. Totally unexpected surprise for Sting, of all people, to come out. And he's very energetic and enthusiastic and happy to be there. Like, you know, he's making jokes back and forth with the Ninja Turtles and making, like, Ninja Turtle jokes with them. And they're making wrestling jokes with him. Like, oh my gosh, it was so cool. Like, for me, like, Ninja Turtles, one of my favorite cartoons of all time, and of course, huge wrestling fan. It was so cool to see. And props to Sting, because one of the last giveaways they were doing were those WWE crossover figures. And they were like, all right, let's see if we got any big Ninja Turtle fans. They were looking out for Ninja Turtle fans, and Sting was like, and WWE fans. And they meant WWE fans. It wasn't just Sting who said that. It was Sting who was like, I'm going to be looking for WWE fans. And, you know, of course, it was easy to find lots of Turtles fans. But Sting was like, I don't know, I don't think I see any wrestling fans. He's looking around really, really hard. And then one guy, like, almost all the way in the back, he's like, oh, wait, I see one. We got one way back there. It's a guy with a Shinsuke Nakamura strong style shirt. And he points this guy out and says, yeah, make sure that guy gets one. Man, like, you know what? Props to Sting for recognizing a strong style shirt for Shinsuke Nakamura. You know, some guy down in NXT that Sting doesn't necessarily have to really know what his deal is. But he's enough of a company guy. Like, he really, like, spoke well of WWE and made them sound well. Like, he did not try to act, like, unenthused. He did not act like he was too cool for school. Like, you know, he could have easily just waltzed in like, sweatpants and no face paint and just, like, you know, hey, I'm Sting, yeah, I'm Raphael, this is cool, go buy it, guys, fuck off, and walked away. Nah, man, Sting came in, he brought the whole garb, he went hard. And I'm very proud of Sting. This made me a bigger Sting fan than probably anything he did in his recent WWE run, to be honest. Kind of lame. Anyway, not reviewing that right now. Take a drink. Let's see. I went into a lot longer talk about that than I thought I would. So after the Ninja Turtles panel, I leave that. I go to the convention center. And the first thing I see there is the Nickelodeon booth, which is right towards the front where you first scan your badge in. And they have different stuff going on at that Nickelodeon booth all throughout the day. I went there a couple times today, actually. First time I went was to try for a contest putting together the Silver Monkey. Now, you should all know what this is. I'm going to pull up a picture of this on here so you guys can see what the deal with this silver. Like, if you've ever watched Legends of the Hidden Temple, I'm sure you know exactly what this is. I wish I had two monitors so I didn't have to show you guys that. Anyway, this thing right here. The Silver Monkey that the kids, it's in 3 parts, and you gotta put it together. And kids just sucked at this in general. Like, they would put it on upside down. Actually, maybe, let me see if I can find a YouTube video of it. Legends of the Hidden Temple worst silver monkey. That's kind of, here we go. Why can't anyone put together the Shrine of the Silver Monkey? For reals. I don't really care about your sound. Dolly lagging. This person's just like, duh, which way did he go? Yeah, dude, she's going so slow. Get the molasses out your asses, kid. See, I would get so frustrated. See, I already did this in better time than they did. Oh, man. Alright. Oh, they would get caught by the guard. They're fumbling everything. See, kids were just so stupid at putting this thing together, and I don't get... Look at that, they put the arms in first. You dumb kid. Alright, I can't watch this anymore. So yeah, they had a contest where they had 2 sets of the Silver Monkey set up on the walls, and people would line up and get to go head-to-head, putting together the Silver Monkey. So I waited in line to do that, and I went up against some random girl who was also just there by herself, and we went against each other. They hit the clock. Yo, I raced that shit. I went whoop-a-boom, 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 bam! Slammed the head into place. Called time. Even the guy was like, wow, Like, I don't think he expected me to fly with that speed there. Not only did I win, like the other girl didn't even get her second piece on, I got a top 10 time for the day. He actually took my name, he wrote it down on the board. I got a prize I'll show you guys when I do my swag bag run. Subway, guys, sorry, there's a Subway going by. Yeah, I got in the top 10 for the day, which was really cool. I don't think I was there by the time the day ended, because I was like 7 or 8, somewhere around there, like lower 5, so I'm sure I was beaten and wiped off the board by the end of the day. But still cool. That was about halfway through the day, and I had gotten in the top 10, so yeah, it was neat. After that, I don't remember how my day really went necessarily. I kind of had 4 hours to kill in between the 2 panels, and the other panel was going to be at the end of the day. So I kind of just walked the floor a bit. I'll probably go through my swag bag to help me remember more of that. The other time I went back to the Nickelodeon booth was they had like an Oculus Rift headset thing, which was for Legends of the Hidden Temple, also for Legends of the Hidden Temple. They had a lot of Legends stuff this year. It was neat. It was like you went through the temple and looked at different rooms that were in it. It was all right. You know, you could like look around with this thing on your head, and Olmec talks to you, and Kirk Fogg is in it. Like it's neat. You know, it was fun. One of those things you just go to have the experience of while you're there. It wasn't very vivid and immersive, but like it was a unique thing. It's like not many people are gonna get to see that, you know. So it was cool to experience that. The last thing I did at the con for the day was I went to another panel. This one was for the television show Humans. It's a great show on AMC, which AMC has been knocking out of the park the last number of years with their shows, with Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, and I think Humans really deserves to be in the conversation of some of the better shows that channel has produced. Fantastic show about synths, meaning like cyborgs, not really cyborg, there's a difference really, but synths that are brought into people's homes as servants, basically. You know, wash the clothes, drive you, anything like that to serve. But there is a very small group by scientists that were made to have feelings. They could feel like a human does. They could have emotions and thought processes to think on their own. And it's a very enjoyable show, and it questions a lot of things about how reliant on technology we are. And I cannot recommend it enough. There's a panel for that because they're finally going to be having their season 2 start. Like season 1, that started last year after Game of Thrones ended, so that'd have been like May that started, and it wasn't a very long season. It was only like 7 or 8 episodes, I think. It's really short. It was like a concept, I guess, like to see how the show caught on. I've been waiting a long time for this, so I'm stoked that I got to see the panel. I'm stoked it's going to be coming back. It had a few of the actors on there. It has I'm not gonna, I always say her name wrong. I used to say Gemma, but it's Gemma something. She plays Mia, the main synth on the show that you see. She's gorgeous. Like she came out and the whole crowd just went bonkers. Oh, I wish I could remember his name. Colin something? He plays one of the synths on the show. He plays the son of the scientist who got turned into a synth. So he's actually like a half synth, half human. He's actually one of these really cool characters. Is that another train going by? Holy crap. He also, you might know him if you ever watched the show Merlin. He played Merlin. He was fantastic on that show. He's fantastic on this show too. Really no like big news to report other than they showed a trailer. Not even an official trailer. It was more just like a preview that they put together specifically for Comic-Con. So no, they're not even going to be releasing this anywhere else. I think they said February something. So it's not going to be until the new year for the new second season. But they showed us a preview for it, and it was really, really cool. You know, it was great seeing the characters back in action. They have a couple new characters. I'm going to make an article actually recapping that whole panel there. But I know they announced at least 2 new characters, played by relatively well-known characters. I know one of them was from Nashville. I can't remember the name of the second one right now. I'll do more in-depth stuff on this. This is just a fresh reaction when I just get back from the hotel. So it looks really cool for this new season. I really can't say too much because it didn't reveal too much. But they did say that the robots are on the run. The synths, I shouldn't call them robots. They're on the run, so they have to find life in new areas. And they're moving away from the city, so they're going to these more rural areas. They're going to find new companions. In fact, from the preview, it looked like Mia actually is getting a love story. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. There's going to be a new DNA scientist, which is one of the other actress I couldn't remember the name of. She is going to be a scientist that's hired there, but she has some kind of ulterior motive. We don't know what that is, so that's going to be interesting. One thing that the producer of the show did drop, he said that we're going to have to introduce a lot more new synths, which the previous show, they showed a lot more of these synths. Now that one of the last things they did in the first season is that they figured out what made themselves special, them being the synths that could have feelings. They figured out what it was allowing them to do that, and they're going to release it out to all the synths. That's like the big danger that the corporations that run the synths are afraid of. They are apparently going to be successful. We're going to see a lot more of these synths coming to realization and be getting much more of their own characters rather than just being robots. And he said the reason why they had to do that, you can make your own guesses on, but it's probably what you think it is. And that, of course, I believe means that we're probably going to see a lot of death. So if you're a fan of the show, prepare for some heartbreak. It's not going to look good, apparently. And there was a lot of depressing moments during it because eventually they let the crowd go up and ask questions, and there were a lot of people that were asking questions about like singularity and like when letting the synths do things for us goes too far. Like, where's the line you draw? It even like the cast would like find themselves going further and further into this rabbit hole of how bad this could be, and then they catch themselves and they're like, but don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. In fact, Gemma even specifically did that. She's like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Like, really, like, yeah, really, definitely realized what they were getting themselves into with those questions. I actually got to ask a question. I never get to actually make it to the front of the line and ask questions for those. I was not very good coming up with things on the spot like that, though, so maybe I shouldn't have. But the question I had was, what would happen? Well, not what would happen. So I reckoned the fact that that Colin guy also played Merlin. So I pointed that out and got a cheap pop from the crowd. Crowd loved it. And I asked him, and everybody on the panel actually, what we would do if we saw the robots, if we would ever see them get more powerful, see them get magical abilities, the ability to levitate things or shoot lasers or anything like that. NXT house show was really fun. Very cool, man. Neat. Oh, lovely. We got some cool people in here. Bye-bye. Get that ass banned. Delay isn't as bad? Yeah, because I'm only streaming to Twitch tonight. I turned off the restream because I figured that I'm not going to be able to multi-stream with the internet that I have here at the hotel. So I decided to just cut it down to 1, just on Twitch. So yeah, I went to that humans panel. That's pretty much all there really was to report from that. I guess I never answered the question that I had put it up. It wasn't a very good question, but their answer was basically, in so many words, no, only because they're trying to keep this more basis in reality, which, you know, makes sense. You know, it's kind of how, like, the first couple seasons of Game of Thrones were. First season of Game of Thrones tried to remain much more of a grip in reality, so that's why it was referred to as fantasy for people who don't like fantasy. It's a big tagline that people have for that show. That's a similar approach that Humans is taking now, but he did say later on, who knows? So maybe they get a bigger budget, maybe who knows? Something can work out in their favor that they get it, which is why I'm telling y'all, support this show. It is a very, very good show. It was based on some show out of Sweden that really was popular there. They saw that. It's actually British made, so if you don't like British accents, you're gonna fucking hate it, unfortunately. But if you do like British accents or they don't bother you, I definitely recommend peeping it out. I'm going to do a full article on that panel where I'm going to run down all my notes and post some pictures that I had taken during it. So you can look for that on fanboysanonymous.com coming up sometime in the next few days. I might work on it tomorrow while I have some downtime. I don't know. It's tough to find that kind of downtime when you're constantly running around. After I left the convention, because this was actually at 8 o'clock, and the floor closed at 7. So the floor closed, and I went downstairs right to wait in the panel line, which I waited for in about an hour, which is fine. It's, honestly, after walking around, it was nice to I just sat down in the line and relaxed for a little bit. So that went until 9. After that was done, like the convention hall was already mostly clearing out. And I went to an after party. I went to a bowling alley that was near Times Square. And it was this after party put on, I don't know, by some nerd group. To be honest, it was alright. It was fun to go out. I saw some people I know, and it's fun to hang out with them. But the atmosphere there, honestly, it's not my kind of vibe. You know, like really loud music, people drinking. And I don't know. I tried to get into it for a little bit, and then eventually, I don't know, maybe I'm just too introverted. And I just couldn't take it for too long, so I had to get out of there. I got out of there after like 2 hours. Took the train home, and here I am. I guess maybe it was more like 3 hours. I don't know. It was not very long, though. Long enough to hang out for a while, and I didn't get to even bowl. Like, nobody was actually bowling, but everyone was like sitting in the bowling areas, so you couldn't go and bowl without it being like awkward. That was kind of lame, but well, what can you do? I mean, I don't know if I'm going to do another after party tomorrow. I'm considering it, even if I only go for a little bit. You know, at least it's doing something. You know, I mean, it's New York City. There's stuff to do all over, but I'd like to get out there and do something rather than just when the con's done, just come back to the hotel and sleep. You know, that's kind of lame. But we'll see, because again, Sunday I have to wake up early enough to check out of here, which sucks, and load all my stuff out to my car. It's gonna be buns of steel. Yeah, that's the recap that I can give you for today, but I have a swag bag to go through before we go. Not as big of a swag bag, not as many items, so we should go through this pretty quickly. I got a new bag. I brought my bag with me in case I needed it. Yeah, bowling party where no one bowled. It was ridiculous. This is from the fine folks at Double Take Studios, which I have to give a really huge shout out to. I went by their booth, and they saw my pass, which I don't have by me right now. It's in my bag. I have a press badge because I'm going on behalf of fanboysanonymous.com, and every once in a while there'll be someone who notices it and thinks like, oh, okay, well, let me give this person a little something extra. So what they did is they gave me this bag, and they filled it. When I say filled, I mean this is going to be a majority of the bag being released here. They filled it with all these graphic novels. I didn't even look at what these all are yet. This will be my first time. Did I get them all? Because I have some other crap here I got to go through too. But alright. So, let's see what we got here. Honor. Some butt. I fought the law. I don't know what the hell this is. Oh. 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 That's pretty graphic. Homie gets shot in the head or something. That's like the next... I don't know what this is. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. I don't know what this is, but homeboy in a scuba suit's getting kneed in the nuts. Awesome. Well, I have more reading material. Rise. I guess these all have sexy ladies on them.
We're back from the dead.
I don't know what this is about either. Looks like something in a prison. I don't know. Slab. This chick's not quite as sexy. I guess she's dressed rather sexy for someone who's supposed to be. It looks like she's supposed to be a scientist. She's got a lab coat on. It says "Live free or die" in the back. I don't know, these actually look kind of interesting. Ha! Some bitch swinging a guitar. What else we got here? Ooh. Dedication. And she looks like a 50s housewife, but she's serving up like some brains and some guts and stuff on a platter with her bloodied apron. That's pretty sweet. Something set in like suburbia. Oh, looks like there's some zombies. Cool. It looks like there's like some type of like zombie thing. I'm not even like halfway through this stack. Look at this. Spring. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. Soul. This cover's really cool. Look at that. Like a night sky silhouette of a zombie or like some type of weird wraith creature. Is this your last broadcast ever on Twitch? Query title? I don't know why you would think that, man. It says New York Comic Con Day 2 wrap-up. Means I'm wrapping up Day 2. Telling you all about how the day went. This is not my last stream on Twitch. In fact, it's not even my last stream of New York Comic Con. There's still 2 more days. So yeah, this one looks neat. Oh, ooh, look at that one. Look at that headshot. That's a headshot. Ah, yeah. Yeah, looks like there's some zombies in this one too. I'm hoping to find another nut shot. Damn! What? The hell's going on here? Yo, and this chick, she gets freaking stabbed with a fucking garden shovel. Okay. What do we got here? Remote. That's sexy as hell, right? I mean, she's wearing nothing but 2 flags. What? Oh, this is kind of neat. It's got like a map showing you like the location of where all these ones take place. So you can like reference where these stories are happening near each other. Apparently these are all happening on the same day. Sunday, April 24th. What year was that? 1966. Huh. So I'm getting the feeling that all these... Okay, so this is like the same zombie outbreak that happens... that happens at the same time. That's kind of neat. That's actually pretty cool. I'm a goofo. Seen above. Watch Mr. Payne's last... Oh, okay. I get it. That's understandable then. Nah, today's not the last broadcast. I thought you meant the title where, yeah, you know what I thought. Nah, man, I'm not going nowheres. Not yet, anyways. Oh yeah, this one's called Home. Lighter than air. These are really cool looking. I can't wait to actually get into these. Medic. Another sexy doctor. These are neat. Alright, this is the last one. Z-Men. That's a pretty cool cover, too. This seems more like Tony's thing? I don't know, maybe. I don't think Tony actually reads comics. Jesus. This thing loves its headshots. Like, Tony reads Wikipedia articles about comics. I don't think he actually reads comics. I mean, neither do I. I don't read comics. I'm actually the weird... Like, I feel so out of place sometimes at this Comic-Con. I was walking by the... I was walking through the whole floor at different points, and I was walking by the area that actually is selling comics, because things are kind of divided up into areas. I actually saw the area where they're selling comics. I'm like, man, people actually come here to buy comics? Like, that thought just, like, didn't even really come to my mind. Like, me or any of my friends were certainly not there to, like, look up, and I was, like, looking right over them, and I see, like, fucking Archie comics, like, old-ass Archie comics, and I'm like, man, who the fuck is coming here to buy these old Archie comics and Betty Boop comics? And oh, apparently somebody is, other than these guys stick there. I mean, this is what Comic-Con was based on. That's originally all that was there at these conventions. I stand by my point, though. Who the fuck is coming here now to buy those, like, comics? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But again, I have to give a special shout out to the cool folks at Double Take for giving me this bag filled with all those comics and stuff there. Archie does the Sonic and Mega Man comics. Alright, so let's go through the rest of this here. I got another program, because I needed it. Now I have two of them, which I really don't, but... So when I was leaving the Humans panel, there were, like, boxes there, and I think these were for a different panel. Because there were these bags. I grabbed a bag here. It's for Shadow Hunters or something. I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, it's got something on the other side. What happened to Holden? Beyond. What happened to Holden, guys? Who fucking knows? So whatever, I got another bag that's gonna help me carry all this crap out of the room when I leave. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Oh. So, while visiting the Nickelodeon booth, one time they were giving away Ninja Turtles headbands. I didn't actually tie this on at all today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this with glasses. Ew, Shadow Hunters? Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. So if you say ew, I'm just going to go by your word. It looks like some kind of like Twilight nonsense. Yeah, this doesn't quite work out how it should. Alright, fuck it. I'd have to take my glasses off if I want that to work right. Oh, you know what maybe I can do? Ah, fuck it. No, you know what, because it's gonna... I have to take my headphones off and everything. That's probably actually what's hurting it more. It has to go through the headphones, which is adding like a lot more bulk to my already big head. Oh, one thing I did go do. They had like this little shack that you walk through for Evil Dead, which they have a new television show coming out on Starz called Ash vs. Evil Dead. It was stupid. It looked really cool from the outside. It was like this really creepy old like wooden shed. And you go inside and it's like the lamest haunted house stuff. Like there's like pots and pans that rattle every few seconds and like just the lamest shit. But the whole point to go through was I wanted to get this foam chainsaw that they had, but you don't get to choose what you take. And I got this stupid ass beer koozie. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with it. I don't fucking want that stupid ass thing. Let's see. I stopped by the Scholastic Room. Yeah. Because outside of comics, there's books there too. Especially because there's a lot of young people and families that go to this, so they want to promote reading. So they have a Scholastic Room where they have all types of books. And I got some free stuff there. I got this book, I Survived. which I guess is like a survival story, and it's all about these different disasters. Looks like on the back they have a tornado, they have the Hindenburg. There's someone who they survived the Hindenburg. But yeah, this one is for the eruption of Mount St. Helens, so that might be neat. Might peep that out sometime. And this seems to be like it was like a tag along with it, but it's just fucking a notebook. It's like blank pages. So that's neat. It's kind of cool though how it looks. It looks like a passport or something like that. And the last thing that they had, a Warcraft adventure. Traveler. I don't know what this crap is. It's like a one short story of Warcraft. So that might be fun. Oh, look at the size of this print too. This is gonna be easy. I'll read this in like 10 minutes. How does one survive the Hindenburg? You know what? There actually was a good amount of people who survived the Hindenburg. A lot more than you probably would have thought. You know, the people on the ground. Oh, okay. Death Wish Coffee, world's strongest coffee. We're giving out free samples. It is apparently contains 5 times the caffeine of your normal coffee. I gave it a try. Caffeine doesn't really affect me too much. I mean, that's why I can drink this at 3 a.m. with not too much worry. I got the coffee, and they also are giving away a comic, Odin Force, which looks pretty cool. Some kind of like Viking type shit. That looks cool. Ooh, wolves, wizards. Yeah, this looks fun. Hey, a comic I might actually read. I actually got a freaking stack of comics over here now that I might actually read. That's the joke, ATB. Let's see, I got a bunch of small stuff out here. I want to make sure I get through the dumb stuff first. Ooh, another pin. I don't know, something from Black Sails. In memory of Charles Vane, Black Sails. I've really been meaning to watch that show, and apparently it's going on to its final season. So I'll probably just wait until the final season's done, and then when I get a chance, just try to binge watch it. Because it always looks like a really cool show. Let's see, Marvel Insider. How to get a free digital comic for Gwenpool? What the fuck is Gwenpool? Look at this shit. What on earth is this? Gwenpool. Weird, man. Magic gave me these things. I got 2 of them, actually. So what these basically are for, if you ever played Magic, you know you have a life counter, and you want to be able to keep track of your life, kind of like your score. So what you could do is you could see these got these little dials on the top and like little numbers on the sides here. These can be just little score keepers, and they're like really small that you can put in, I don't know, your deck box or something like that. So pretty sweet, neat, you know, for the Magic players out there. Gwen Stacy as Deadpool. Holy crap! Why did I have a feeling that's what it probably was? Wow. Oh, I did get this from that Deadpool thing. Not Deadpool. I'm talking about Deadpool. Evil Dead. The Evil Dead thing I went through. I got a cool little pin. Pretty sure he can. Ash for president. That's cute. Pretty sure he can. That's neat. So I told you guys before, I got one of the top 10 scores for Legends of the Hidden Temple's Shrine of the Silver Monkey Challenge. And because I broke into the top 10 with my time, I got a special prize. I got a Shrine of the Silver Monkey pin set. 3 pins that put together to form the monkey. If you could figure that out. Obviously I can. Some people out there I don't think can. I didn't put this on my bag because these are like the push pin style kind with a little button in the back. And I just know that those will fall off, so I'm going to wait for something special to put these on. But that's neat. This is pretty cool. And the last thing I got here was from the after party I went to. From the after party, they actually had a swag table. They had some pretty neat items there that you get to take one of for attending the party. And the one item I went with, one of the themes they had there is they had a lot of cosplayers. Jessica Nigri was there. I saw her for a second. Stella Chu, a few other ones. You know, hot girls that aren't going to talk to me, so it didn't matter. They had some cosplay designs there, so you can make your own cosplay items. So I wanted to grab one of those, and they had something that specifically is for a cosplay that I've been really wanting to do, and I just kind of doubted if I had the skill to do it. And I decided next year for Comic-Con, I'm going to make it happen, because this is what they got here. Now, the guy on here doesn't really look too much like him, but if you look at the style of this cloak, the long cloak here with the fur on top, I think you know where I'm going with this. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, this is Jon Snow to a T. That is exactly how his cloak looks. So, it's on. I keep saying I'm going to make a second cosplay. I'm going to wear my Quail Man tomorrow, but for reals this time, I am wearing a Jon Snow cosplay next year. So that's going to happen. And I think that's it. Yeah, my bag's empty. That's all. So, I'm going to hold off again on doing... My face doesn't look stupid enough. Hold on, I can do my Jon Snow Season 1 impression. Oh, mad open mouth. Like the new face of the smoked mountain sandwich. Yeah, sure, that sounds great. Yeah, we'll just take care of that guy. I already don't trust it. To get those cosplay babes, Quail Man's way to go. You know what? If I had my cosplay on tonight, who knows if I would have been able to at least talk to them. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to dress up as Quail Man. Hurricane Matthew is expected to touch into New York tomorrow. That's why I've had the weather on the TV over here. I've been keeping an eye on how things are going as we get close to that coming here. Not looking forward to that. So we're going to see how that goes. Pack my umbrella tomorrow. But should be a fun day. I'll do another report in after the day is over. We'll do a short stream. I have lots of video, lots of photos to show you. I might just wait until I'm back home and in my office there to do those things. Yeah, I saw that in there already. I'm probably going to be signing off in a minute here, though. Guys, I have to make some food because I have a stove. So I'm actually going to cook myself some food. And then I have to get to bed because I don't want to sleep in until almost noon like I did yesterday. So let's see if we can throw a host to somebody nice. Back to watching Bob Ross. I've been hosting Bob Ross all day. I didn't even mean to either. It just kind of like happened. I mean, it's going to be much, much calmer, but it's still going to be a storm. You know? It's still going to be something that's going to shit all over me if I'm going to be outdoors. Why am I having such a hard time lowering my following? Oh yeah, because the internet here is fucking terrible. Can you just take me to my following so I can see who the hell's online? Jeez. Mad traffic outside. Holy crap. You know what? Let's go to Snipe. Yeah, guys, we're gonna raid Snipe because he's still doing his thing. But as I said, guys, I will be on again tomorrow night. I'll give you guys a day 3 wrap up, and then once I get out of the Comic-Con, I don't know if I'm going to do a day 4 wrap up. I'll probably just get to my video where I actually do all the wrap up of everything and go into detail with all my photos and videos. We'll see. We'll play that by ear and see how that goes. For tonight, though, I am done. I need to eat. Y'all have a great night. Please go over and see Mr. Snipe here. He is a cool cat. If you like him, throw him a follow. If not, at least go in and... Oh, that's right, I don't have a bot. Fuck. I did that last night, too. There you go. Go over and see this cat here. And I'm out of here, folks. Y'all have a good night.